All right, let's see. Let's turn my light on. There we go. But what's going on, guys? Hey, not only do I do barbecue and ride bikes, that's my hobbies, I also do worm farming, metal detecting, gardening. So, I mean, I got a lot of stuff to keep me busy, especially when you're retired. So this is my hungry bin, or my worm farm, which is a continuous system float. You know, when you feed on top, I got worms on top. They feed off the top, and they make castings for my garden. You know, so I already got like 5 pounds already stored up for the springtime to start my garden. Okay, but I do a lot of feeding, and I got probably over, I'm gonna say over 20,000 worms in here. Okay, but a lot of worms. So what I use this casting for my collard greens, for my cucumbers, you know, mustard greens, you know, tomatoes, you know, in your garden. And what they do is they poop out casting, which all that black stuff right there, that's all casting, which is really good, you know, for your garden. Yep. Bananas, watermelon, cabbage, and this is stuff that I get from a restaurant, and I don't want to waste scraps, man. So I compost also. I got a compost bin on the side of my house that I use to put in my garden. A lot of good worms. These are red wrigglers. They are the best when it comes to composting. Okay, let's see. A lot of good worms in here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So if you got a garden, get into vermicasting, man. This stuff is really good, you know, for your garden or plants and stuff like that. Let me get my scraper. Let's see what we got over here. Yeah. These are nature's little soldiers, man. They do real, you gotta have, if you have worms in your garden, that means you got a good, fertile garden. And all that brown stuff, that's worm castings. But I'm not gonna disturb them too much. I probably feed like every week or so. And this watermelon is gonna be gone, man, probably about 3 days, because they love to eat. Let's see what we got over here. All right, not bad. I don't want to disturb them too much. I got grapes in here. I got celery, banana peels. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Carrots. You know, this stuff, you know, it's not going to take too long for this stuff to for these guys to eat it. You know. All right, that's their hungry bin. I don't have this thing probably about maybe 16, I think 16 or 17 months. You know, so you know, I did reset my bin. Because the worms wasn't feeding like I wanted them to, because, you know, so I don't did a lot of trial and error. You know, I don't bury the food, I don't froze it, I don't puree food. You know, so I just went back to the basics when I first got it, just started feeding on top. You know, and I think the worms are much happier. I can see that the color is coming back. They're more red than ever. So I think they're much happier than having this type of feeding. Okay, so just went back to the basics of the manual of the hungry bins they do. And, you know, so if you ever try to, you know, like I just suggested before, puree and not feed it on top, burying the food, hey, the basics is the best way to do it. All right, that's the hungry bin. And I'll bring you guys back for my next feeding.